Alright folks, welcome back to PrepperNow. A little drive and ride talk. I'm done with these in a little while. And I want to talk today about the need for preparedness due to our governments going through turmoil. And there is a lot of turmoil going around in the world right now. So last night on the Crisis Report, youtube.com/@CrisisReport, the headline was, is Korea going to have a second bout with potential martial law? That was being reported by Yonhap. That's their official news agency, not rightwingcrazy.com or preppertales from the fiction.org. No. Coming from an official news agency that they're worried that there might be another one of these attempts by the president. Better for worse. This Sunday, Romania has got their big vote. The hardline nationalist to the right, Georgescu, survived the round. And what I mean by survived is they tried to recount it, if you know what I mean. California, I'm looking at you. But he still got validated in, and now he's surging. And he's got a lot of policies that Klaus doesn't like. So, other places. Europe alone, you've got Austria, Hungary, Romania. Look at what happened to France. France 2 days ago, first time since 1962, voted no confidence for their entire political structure, and that is crumbling. Now, of course, Macron is vowing to hang on, even though the entire country is telling him to GTFO. He's still there trying to hang on to the masthead of the ship, the French frigate that is going down into the air, into the ocean, and not doing what it's supposed to do. A lot of people are angry. Huge petition to get Starmer of United Kingdom out. Japan just had a huge change in government with Ishiba coming in. And then, of course, you've got the OG strongmen of Putin, Xi Jinping, and, of course, one Donald John Trump. So why am I saying this? We are getting into a pickle. We're getting into a place where it is the point. Sorry about that. That's not me. I'm wearing my seatbelt. It's my food. We're doing a food drive, and I've got a whole bunch of food next to me, and whenever I go over this one hill, it tends to send the beeper. We've got all kinds of countries that are vying for control and more power and everything else. And, wow, you gotta be kidding me. Hold on. All right, much better. Sorry, I had to buckle it in. We've got a bunch of countries that are vying for power. Now, what does this mean to you? Basically, what's going on, folks, is your country's interests are not surrounding you. They're not worried about you. Look at what's going on in Ukraine. They're telling them to send the youngins in right now to go and fight these wars. Because they've been trying to go with, people in their older ages. Now they're trying to make it so kids in their young 20s go. Why is that? These people that are running the show don't really care about your well-being. I hate to break that to you. So let's say when things really do get into conflict or really do get into chaos or any kind of a thing And I think we all can agree that it's never been crazier. I don't think it has been. Maybe I'm wrong. But in my lifetime, it's never been crazier. These governments are not going to be around to take care of you. They're not going to be around to pick you up when you're down, or, I mean, look at the people of North Carolina. I hate to use them as an example, and I know they all just want to get back on their feet. But I mean, look at those people. They're not going to be made whole by any stretch of the imagination by anything that the government does. They're going to be able to do it because they've got the materials, they've got the support, they've got the network of people, they've got the plan, and they've got everything they need to institute those plans and get them back up and running. I haven't heard a single positive thing about what our government has done down there, but I have heard multiple stories of things that just regular everyday people are doing, from the Amish all the way down to my classroom, to one of my young ladies going with her church group, and she and I creating a food drive that was filled an entire trunk of a car with 48 hours notice. Our governments are not built to help us or do anything that is going to make it so, we are able to thrive after, or even survive after, a major issue in the world. And that is why it is key to be a prepper. That is why it's key to get everything you can prepped up and ready to roll. So if you are in an issue, you've got your food, you've got your water, you've got your energy, your generator, your gas, your medicine. As a guy that's been through one real long emergency, and that was Superstorm Sandy, it was 7 days of no power, no nothing. Everything was dark. And I was very young in my preparedness journey at that time. As a guy that was able to get through that, there's no better feeling in the world than looking back and saying, you know what, the stuff I did made it so I was able to handle all this. I didn't need anyone else. My food stayed because I'd gotten that generator. I had thought to go out and get the gasoline for it too. I had the cans to hold that gas. I was smart enough to take my generator and belt it down to my foundation of my house. I sat and watched movies that whole week, man. That was a week off for me. Wasn't that bad. Many other people, when the television finally came on, sitting there crying into the television screen, saying, please help me. I can only get 5 gallons of gas at a time. My wife would take her boss, because she still worked. She was an emergency room nurse at the time, so she still had to go to work no matter what. She would go and get gas from the hinterlands, because we lived out in the suburbs, and fill it all up for all of her workers and take it in, and they'd fill their car up with it, because we had the ability to do that from preparedness. You're not just helping yourself, folks, you're helping others too. And that's the goal. So, just remember, man, these governments and all that, they're run by some sniveling jerk faces sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes. And expectations of them helping you in any kind of a herring situation is just not going to happen. So, all right, friends, hit those links in the description. Thanks for being here. God bless. And we will see you on the next one.